The line twixt love and hate is thin and easily crossed, especially between brothers.
None are better placed to wound than your own blood. That was something.
Don't take it to heart. Their choices are not your business.
Our choices are my business. And their consequences too.
Our love story shall have a better ending. I shall be as I was before, as if I'd never gone away.
Aye. Hear ye.
Good. Now,
Someone inside's hard at work.
wait. Spectral stains. Haunted house.
Governor.
May I help you, Mr. McCraith?
I have to admit, this is an unusual case.
Yes, but have you solved it?
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible for the plague. At least not directly.
Have you found the witch or have you not?
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic. I have the name.
So, what are you waiting for?
Don't you want to hear the name?
I do not need to. The principle is what matters.
Not exactly. The name is Lamentation Haskell.
No, it can't be. My son is studious. Curious, too curious at times perhaps, but he does not have a bad bone in his heart.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler used it and became possessed.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption. It happened before. Bring me proof, Banisher. Find the real source of evil.
Since when has the governor required proof?
I'll get it. Mark me. I must find your son, Governor. Sooner rather than later.
His interests take him hither and thither. If he isn't here, he must be working on the outskirts. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. I ordered them emptied when the sickness hit. Here, take the gate key. Go there. See for yourself. You're wrong about him. You're wrong about my son. Needless to say that I count, of course, on your discretion.
He was quick to condemn till it was his own son on the block. Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father may not be able to protect him.
Give us this day our daily bread. Our bread, not our ale, our bread! Do you want us to starve? I should have the yeast. You know it, Mistress Sparrow, you know it full well. If
Hell's balls. What happened here?
Something's emanating from under there.
No wonder this place is off limits. More fun.
Get the hell out of there! Watch out! We made it angry.
Back down to hell.
Don't just stand there. Move!
One of these must be Lammy's hideaway. Hi, mate. You here?
This is locked from the inside.
The incisions are clean. The precision of an expert.
There's magic here, though faint.
Araloo. Mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
He mentioned an old mill. Seemed fascinated by the place. Nothing incriminating. Yet.
Remember what we found at... Caleb Watson's. Maybe we're not looking in the right place. If I had something to hide, I might hide it in an abandoned mill.
Hallowed be thy name, Marcy, our beloved angel, heaven sent. I'm busy. What do you want?
What happened to your hands, Hugh?
An angel came down from heaven and gave me the mark of the Lord Jesus. We may talk about his good word, if you wish to hear it.
Stigmata? That's surprisingly Catholic.
I'll assume you did not mean that slander, but be warned, I'll not take it again.
Tell me about this angel. How did you meet?
The angel is my sister, and she bears the mark of the Lord. Marcy wandered in the wilderness for many days and nights, and then, one day, she returned to lead her people to salvation.
He's haunted by a ghost, but thinks she's an angel. I hope you're taking note, Red McWraith.
Speaking from personal experience, she's likely not an angel. She's probably a ghost.
Oh, thou of little faith. I have not yet met God, but I do not question his existence.
Perhaps I should envy her certainty.
If you are blessed enough to meet my sister, then you'll change your mind.
I'd like that. Where can I find her?
Near the old mill, hidden at the end of Long Beach, is a cave. Our sacred place. She will be there. They never could find her body, but she is still there.
What news around and about?
On what subject in particular should I deign to answer?
Tell me about the governor.
A fervent believer, a good-hearted man, a strong man, and yet he's an exorcist. He calls upon evil spirits. What if one day he calls them and they come?
Tell me about Lamentation Haskell.
Get him to tell you himself, if you can get him to talk. He's quaint, that one. And by that I mean he's strange. I'll not call him an unbeliever, sir. I just question what he believes in.
How's life in the Harrows, then?
Life is test upon trial, upon tribulation, upon ordeal, leading inexorably to a place in paradise at God's right hand.
I must take my leave of you, sir.
God keep you, for I shall not.
England primer. Looks new.
Looks local. This is locked from the inside. If Hugh puts his faith in his sister's ghost, he's a fool.
I can understand the need to believe, but come on.
It's not for us to change his mind.
Think you could take on a ghost? Move, Red.
Can I join in too? That spectre's looking for a body.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Watch out! Spectre possession.
Away with Why a mill?
Away from the village. Perfect for his research. Perfect to hide secrets.
He's not out here for pleasure, that's for sure. Peaceful. Like home on a good day. Oh, it's hilly, mate. He felt like playing with the lambs. Blair preferred to feed them. And I was too busy dreaming.
And you?
I cooked them for dinner. The lambs, I mean. The girls were furious.
Yes, but they weren't hungry.
Look to me.
Can I join in too?
So much for peaceful.
Doors blocked on the other side. Ward.
Watch out. I am warded.
They brought more friends.
eyes peeled.
What should we expect up there?
A gateway to the mythical Aralu, whatever that is. Otherwise, terrible tragedy, dark doings, sick secrets, and a wild guess.
To make you angry. Brought more friends. That's not good. Looks derelict. Is he really inside? Silence and a campfire. Just what Dr. Duarte ordered.
Take care. The place is warded. I can't worry. Wards, think you can fend for yourself? Much better. Off we go then.
Oh, there! Guess we're not going that way.
There should be a way up here.
I feel something close.
What hides here in the dark? Come out, come out.
Deja vu.
He tried his hand at several translations.
This relay lad seems dangerous.
His apprentice seems to be following him down the same path.
So, what are you hiding in here, evil spawn?
Glancing at the original writing, Lami's work was poor. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong. More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
He doesn't speak well of his dad.
He thought he was better. That's not a particularly difficult task, in fairness.
We need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something.
Once I bruise the heart, destroy the wisps within its roots. Here, I found something. Why did he feel like he needed so much protection? More magic mockery. He wished to disguise his presence, or perhaps to distract from it.
It's just a lift. Why is this mechanism so complex? Should be useful. I'm enjoying the target practice.
Like you need it.
The lift should work now. All this is more serious than we thought. I'm apprehensive. Not just because we're going underground.
We'll be careful. We don't know what Lammy was up to. And the signs are not encouraging.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom.
The roots won't remain visible for long after I take the hunt. Be quick.
Farewell, weed.
Ready and waiting. coming. Get to the pillars first. Destroy the pillars before anything else.
Time to end this monstrosity. When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. Red, come see this. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. Is this how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance?
Aye, still impressive. So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do. Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness. I mean, can't be far.
Take care. The place is warded. Wards, you're...
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm? Demonologists really like pushing the limits of their knowledge without considering other lives.
That just makes them human. Wards, I'm going to need a hand here. Thank you.
Anytime.
Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low. Ask for help if you need it.
Follow my voice.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased. This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may...
Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void.
I should give this place a proper sweep. I feel like we're not done here.
So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Or plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described, but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Of course.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's Plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
Can you prove that? Where's your evidence?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Yes, we learned of it in Fort Jericho.
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
What do you expect to find at the source of the ooze?
To find a cure. The ooze seeps into our world, sickening us. I may be able to stop it. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Araloo is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
Are you a demonologist like your father?
More or less. Less, more so. My father sees occultism through the eyeglass of his faith, but I know better. So, more so?
If you don't share your father's faith, what do you believe?
I believe in the afterlife. The proof is about us. And if the void embodies eternal despair, there must too be a place of hope. But where, I ask myself, where?
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye, I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them, the very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
Men bonding over bereavement and black magic. A pretty tale indeed.
I should have proceeded with more caution.
You shouldn't have proceeded at all. We have a witch hunt on our hands. You could face trial for this botched ritual.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of Die Occulte Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettesheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
You mistake foolishness for audacity. You must mend your ways.
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Will you still say that when Pennington accuses you of witchcraft? You must remember Deborah.
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
Who was your father's friend?
An itinerant Frenchman who often visited New Eden in recent years. He called himself a true pursuer. As a thinker, he was prolific and profound. My father was so proud to be included in his discourse. For him, knowledge is the ladder to greatness, and greatness is the prize. To me, knowledge is itself the prize.
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Aralu is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
Pardon my... A morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just you're the first ghost I've met, in person, as it were.
I don't eat. Not in the way you do. I feel hunger. Again, not in the way you do.
Fascinating. And can you touch things, smell them? Are colours the same as you remember them?
My senses are different. It's difficult to describe how. I can see, sometimes touch. I cannot smell. Red tells me this is a blessing.
How do you manifest in this plane? Do you feel bound, or are you here by choice?
It feels as if I were clinging to a rope, high above the abyss. Even if I wished to let go, I could not bring myself to do it.
I see. What about your banisher skills? Can you use them? Do the accoutrements of your craft still work? As a ghost, do they not harm you?
The marks on my hands and the rings on my fingers aren't actually there. They have no more effect on me than a memory.
Can you talk to any ghost you wish?
No. I sense traces of their presence. To talk to them, I must still do the work.
And yet here I am, talking to you. How marvellous. The dead are rarely as articulate, nor are they accommodating. In fact, they're often quite rude.
We should probably get going. Some other time, then.
But we've merely scratched at the surface of the great mysteries. I mean, look around us. We stand here beyond the ultimate frontier. Sorry. I mean to say, yes, Mistress Duarte. How may I help you? And which of you may I help?
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Aralu is not your home, Lamy. But thank you. I can see you're burning to ask me questions. Go on, then.
Antea, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
The more powerful the loose cannon, the more dangerous it is. I don't know that I buy Lammy's hair of the dog theory, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Only one way to find out. Oh, God. I need a wee bit of help here.
Ugh. Lammy was right. This stuff means business. Red, I can't manifest anymore. Sorry, not this time. Missed me?
Always.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Wait, you best.
There's a tough one.
Oozes through the breach, suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate too. The ooze affects the incarnate too. Who goes there?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be then?
What was...
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it would be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
The cries of the innocent have reached the ears of the Lord Almighty.
Something's nearby.
Where is it?
Was that?
Yes. Something's here.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. Something's nearby.
Where is it?
Is it just me, or?
I felt it too. Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well...
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
Your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
Free Highland kiss for you.
I feel something close. What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher. Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
Something's concealed. I'm picking up something spectral nearby. Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
I can't, Rory.
I see a ghost ward. What are they doing down here?
The greedy strive with purpose to bring ruin to the households of the righteous. Guilty.
Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body.
A sight to behold.
Wasn't I always?
Expected no less from you, Mrs.
I have another insight.
stay dead.
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from Neweden town with the governor.
That's not what Deborah was saying.
The Gibbs were not at home to rational explanations.
The greedy shall fall, and their certitudes be smoked when the final judgment comes.
Do you see anywhere that could help?
Keep searching here. It won't do.
Maybe not to make you angry. see anything.
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Spike's not easily chewed.
Fucking all the fun. Over there.
Elusive little buggers. Remember not to make you angry.
Don't step in that. I mean it.
Find a way around then.
Destroy those ghost wards if you want me back.
And you will not be judged. Forgive, and you will be forgiven.
Red, come see this. Wars. I'm going to need a hand here.
Were those echoes we're hearing, or the shadows speaking?
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first? You're on your own. Wards, think you can fend for yourself? Much better. Let me clear a path for you. The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
To deliver you from the way of evil, your captives are unleashed upon you.
Watch out! Spectre possession. This isn't over yet. Get out of there!
Away with you!
Stop that spectre before it possesses the corpse.
Try this on for size.
that. A malignant will is placed upon this, just like the one we found earlier.
We should find that ritual Seeker told us about. I've kept her notes about the hut location.
Innocent, guilty, the guilty, innocent.
This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow. Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
Stone by stone, all proof missing.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. Now join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
This is how I kill their fear. This is how I die.
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
They never learn, do they? I have another insight. Once more, with vigor.
They brought more friends.
Standing by.
Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Or Bacche liquefy. This is something else. The ooze reacted to our presence.
The innocent, guilty, the guilty, innocent.
The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them. We're not finished here. We should search this place more thoroughly. We're not finished here.
This is it. This is the source. When we get to it.
You have turned your back from love, looked away when most needed. Yes,
Shelter, if you need a fire to warm you up. Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down? The bucket is tainted.
Whatever you have sown, you shall reap. Alone, forlorn, misunderstood, so you shall remain.
A ghost left a fragment of their past here. A vivid memory from the dead is somewhere near.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stalling.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
How dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Then do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. Why now?
He's afraid. The earth took the Gibbs house. Perhaps he thought he was a target too. The Gibbs had a hand in rigging the witch trial, but he was the one who sealed it.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Asco must have feared the suspicious mob.
All deserted you, none supported.
Oh, this can't be good.
Bring forward the accused.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Confess! Let them speak!
If we speak, so you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Let war in the faith. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart. Guilty!
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embrace one.
The charges. Cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict. Guilty. The sentence. Pain hereafter.
I only seek the truth.
Bloody hell. Is that me? It's a cheap drag. Hell's balls! What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it.
Bloody hell, that stings. Hell's balls.
Getting rid of that ooze should weaken the shadows.
You
feel shame. You indulge yourself. I sentence you to anger, to regret, and then still.
Ghosts are dangerous, and I've no reason to show mercy. Damn you. This thing is mine.
Poisoning the body politic. You portray yourselves as saviors sent to deliver us. But with your dark hearts, the evil only worsens. Your witches. Witches must die.
We use rituals to help the living, not curse them.
Magic is only a tool.
But it is
Your strikes do nothing. This is going to vex me.
We have passed judgment. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
Enough. Can we please get out of here? That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel powerless. I were always one move behind. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Haskell's cowardice is to blame. To save his own arse, he condemned a woman he knew. You to be innocent.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
I feel something close.
Run, Red!
I think I heard the sound of a gun coming.
That corpse is taking aim.
Look out!
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
I'm enjoying the target practice.
Like you need it.
Is it just me, or?
I felt it too.
That down there, it was. I was tense. I was impatient.
The infamy's doing, not yours.
No. Doesn't change the feelings. I never thought I could feel such anger again.
They were Deborah's feelings, not yours.
How refreshing it is to the soul to be at once thus delivered of that which was. One thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves.
Oh, good. His latest sermon. We haven't missed it.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet in his name they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people hear.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banisher speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. It is a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a man, a latter-day King Solomon. When plague struck his subjects, they turned to him for guidance and protection, for they were God-fearing folk, and he was a godly king. The king's captain walled the sick away, but the plague spread on. The people grumbled. The king thought he might fall. He needed a sacrificial lamb.
You lose the run of your tongue, Mr. McCraith, and of the head to which it's fixed. There was no lamb. There was a trial, fair and lawful.
You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract. I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more. No thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was, then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it? Belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken. Secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
You had the power to stop the madness, but instead you chose to let it run all the way to its barbaric conclusion. You brought the curse down on New Eden. Then you called we Banishers in to fix your mistake. You boast of your knowledge of demons and spirits, but in truth, you master nothing. You're a peacock, all show and no meat. I'm not here today to bring justice. But this man, your governor, brought death to your doors. He deserves blaming. And shame on me if I don't do it.
Friends, have I ever not served the interests of our community? Have I not protected you? Have I not loved you?
Oh, Mara. Oh, God. Life to the living.
Death to the dead.
This is unfair.
Is the evil gone for good?
Far from it.
Then who will protect us?
I will. While Mr. McCraith fights the curse of New Eden, I will protect the people of the Harrows. Or at least, try. Now let's all return to our homes and pray for forgiveness and the strength to bear the consequences of our actions. For your fee, one of the many debts my father left me.
You'd best put your own debts first, young Master Haskell.
Don't I know it?
After all this, don't forget to rest.
So, what now?
What did Ceridian say when we first met her?
Once we'd weakened the nightmare's influence, we could use the void to enter its lair.
Deborah's grip on the settlers has diminished. We'll return to Ceridian's island. From there, the void breach will take us back to New Eden town.
Just like that, eh?
Well, yes, just like that. Something bothering you.
But aren't we rushing things a little?
We've lost too much time already. We have a nightmare to confront, remember? Sometimes I hate the world. Another free woman, bright, sensitive, kind, murdered by a craven rabble too weak to face its own mediocrity. Cowards hiding behind fake virtue. And for what? They won't even say her name. Why?
Why her?
You said it yourself. Deborah was a victim of their fear.
That's not enough. Her murder was another throw of a dice. Why is it always us who have to pay with our lives?
Other innocents have paid the same price. I should know.
That's not what I meant. But I'm glad to hear your feelings on it. When I left Cuba, anything could have befallen me. I was bright, free, talented. Though I had the wrong tongue, the wrong sex, the wrong skin. I defied life. I expected so much more from the world. I was arrogant. Arrogant to believe I needed no one. To shut out my mother and experience curandera and listen instead to my sister.
Your childhood friend. What happened?
I had little and wanted more. A dangerous thing when you have our type of talent. Anything could have befallen me, but it didn't.
But something did happen. Something happened to Deborah, and then something happened to you, and now we're both paying that price.
You still have your life.
What's it worth if it's plagued by the murder of all those I killed?
Don't make this about you, Red.
I wasn't. Look, all this, it's a lot to endure. We're both exhausted. I know I am.
I cannot tire.
I know. I know how hard it's been for you.
You have no idea. None at all.
I'll do my best to understand, if you'll let me. We should have faith. Look at us. We'll get to where we're going.
Shut up, Red. Shut up. This isn't about what we have conquered or what we have achieved or how far we have journeyed. Look at us. Look at me. I loathe what I've become. Can't you see that?
I was trying to help. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Good night.
Antea, I would have gone with you. Not funny. I have to walk to the stupid bloody island.